Hello, Happy Life people. How are you doing today? This is Jennifer, your Happy Life coach. I'm back again. How are you? Okay, today's topic we're going to talk about our children and helping them and raising them to be happy adults. And it's something I call adult practice. I've always said to my son, childhood is adulthood practice. And what that means is what you're allowing your children to practice as a child determines the type of adult they will be. Are they practicing sharing and compromising, learning to speak to people respectfully, showing respect, critical thinking, self awareness, self worth, confidence, empathy for others, value of family, love, not putting things first, understanding the importance. Of course, you do need money to be able to pay bills and things of that sort, but understanding money doesn't come first over everything, and you don't make it your God. What are your children practicing? And I think a lot of people don't realize that what they're allowing their children to practice determines the type of adult they are. I have seen so many people allow their children to be very selfish and never had to suffer a consequence and never had to fix anything on their own. Whatever situation they caused, the parent jumped in and fixed it. The child never had to be just responsible for anything. And suddenly that child becomes an adult and the parents sitting here going, oh my gosh, I can't believe my child is like this. They're so selfish. They're so irresponsible. They're so this and they're so that. And they're looking at it and they're sitting here complaining, but they're not thinking, you created this. You're either instilling values and allowing them to practice becoming a viable, independent adult, or you're allowing them to practice to become a very spoiled and invaluable, dependent adult. So, what are your children practicing today? Pay attention to that now. It's not going to just go away. Those habits, those patterns, those things that you're allowing your children to practice, they will become instilled in who they are. And those things that you think are cute and it doesn't matter, oh, so what? Let him have his way. So what? He's just a kid, let me fix it. Or so what? Those things determine how they will be. What you let them do now determines their life then. And when they become an adult, they're not happy now. They don't even know how to survive. They don't know how to cope. Because that's not what they were taught. You're now expecting them to be this independent adult, but they weren't taught that. They were taught to depend on you. They were taught to never have to figure anything out on their own. They were taught to not take responsibility of their actions. They were taught not self-worth and self-value. They were taught things were more important than anything else. And if that's the case in your life, stop and take a look now and make a difference. You don't want your children to have a miserable adulthood. So remember, childhood, adulthood practice. What type of adult are you allowing your children to practice to become? Bye.